Hello again. How are you doing today? I'm going to do a video about atheism and theism. I feel led to do this video about atheism and theism because it's so much controversy between the two. So much misinformation about what both stand for. Okay? I'm just going to come right to you, right straight down the pike. Both atheism and theism share a lot of commonalities. They are similar in a lot of ways. Both see God or the divine outside of themselves. Neither see themselves as being divinely inspired within themselves. They don't see a part of themselves with the part of the universe or nature. So basically, atheists are looking for a God outside. They're looking to find something outside themselves, just like theists. Theists are looking for a God to come back to rescue them from outside of them. That's why they're looking for Jesus to return or Christ to return. They're looking for something to return outside of them that they can grasp hold to and that they can serve and worship. What they don't understand is that the ancients taught about self-worship. The Sumerians, the Syrians, the Phoenicians, the Cometians, the Cushites, the Nubians, the Carthaginians, all of those ancient cultures taught about self-worship. Talk about worship within yourself. Worship that within you, your mind, your spirit, all those things. It never talked about worshiping outside. Oh, you're sure the polytheistic part of it was calling on different various gods. But that was invocation. That was calling on elements outside, which do exist. You know, energies. But it in no way, shape, or form was saying that God, the Supreme, was something outside of them that was lost, you know, distant, and so on and so forth. And they had to find it, and they had to worship it. So in actuality, the only difference I see between atheism and theism is one profess to believe because they don't know. The other profess not to believe because they don't know. That's the difference. The only difference. Because both realistically are very similar in everything else. Both see a divine presence outside, without them, away from them, external, not internal. Atheist's biggest argument is, where's God? How can we prove God exists? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, you can't prove God exists if you're going to try to find it outside of yourself. And when I mean God, the right word is not God. God is a word, it's a noun. It means many. Or a verb. I mean, you put it that way. It can be singular, it can be more than one. The gods in the Bible, if you read the Bible correctly, when it talks about it in Genesis, let us make man. Let us make man. Let us make man in our image. Let us make man in his image. Let us make man. What they're talking about is the Elohim. And the Elohim is connected to the planets and to the signs in the zodiac. That's what they're talking about. And every sign, every planet has principles that are within us. So, in one response, they're talking about let us, and then in another response, they're talking about let you make man. Noun and verb. But it's not taught that way, so people don't understand that it's referring to multiple principles that mean various things, but are all based off of the same modality and modality. It doesn't change. It doesn't change the fact at all that, you know, the god of Saturn and Jupiter are different gods, but they're from the same stratosphere. Like Mars and the Moon and Jupiter, Venus and all the rest of them. Mercury, Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, the Sun. All of them are from the same stratosphere. They got different principles. They don't mean the same thing directly, but they are from the same family, the solar system. But if you tell an atheist or a theist this, they will say you're out of your mind and you're practicing woo and you're throwing a bunch of pseudoscience. Okay? Well, pseudoscience is really more relevant than we know. We really don't understand what pseudoscience means. It's the science that's not accepted by the status quo. It's something not popular. It's something that's not connected to the norm, to the paradigm. It's not connected to what people believe or been indoctrinated to believe or accept. But when you look at the arguments between atheists and theists, it's based off of finding God. Theists will tell you they believe. They don't know. They believe. Well, I believe the Bible. Well, I believe God. I believe this. I believe that. But they never say they know. They know. They know. They know. They know. Atheists say we don't believe. We don't believe in a God. We don't believe in a heaven. We don't believe in a hell. I don't believe in a heaven and hell as literal as they say that it is put into the Bible, if it's really there. No, not at all. It's something totally different. I don't believe in God either. Because to believe in something basically says that you doubt it. You know what you know. And when you know what you know, nobody can tell you different. But neither one can absolutely tell you that they know that nothing exists. Well, I'm here to tell you that the God in the Bible does not exist as you think it does, because the God in the Bible are principles of signs and planets and principles. Has nothing to do with one single man, even down to the Jesus story. If you really understood the Jesus story, it is a compilation of man personified. Every man, when it comes to a certain level of understanding and to a certain understanding of where he needs to go forward, he is a Jesus or Yeshua or Esau or whatever you want to call it. But based off of mistranslations, misinformation, and misunderstandings, and manipulation, and dogma, and indoctrination, man is being led astray and doesn't know exactly what's going on, anything that he knows what's going on when he don't. And that's a sad situation. What's really, really sad is that the fact that what they call the Antichrist, and they're looking for that, is already here. Antichrist has always been here. The Antichrist never has to come. The Antichrist has always been. You just don't recognize it. Anything that's against life, love, intelligence, strength, and substance is Antichrist. Anyone against those principles are Antichrist. They're not a part of the realm. And it's just like homosexuality. Homosexuality is not what you think it is. It's not two men getting together with each other or two women to get together with each other. Homosexuality, listen to what I'm saying, because I'm ready to close this out. Homosexuality means whenever one's mind is closed off from itself. When one's mind and spirit are disconnected from its source. When it renounces and denounces itself. In other words, when you start going against yourself, against your nature and mind and principle, that's when you're homosexual. So there's a lot of us walking around as homosexual and don't know it. We think homosexuality is based on having sex. See, nothing in the Bible is based off of the physicality. Not one thing. It's all based off of the psychological and the spiritual. I advise anyone to read over and over again, get understanding and wisdom and knowledge of what you're reading instead of believing. Read. Stop going by the Bible and go into the Bible. As Brother Ashrock Quaid said one time, the biggest problem we got as a people is we go by the Bible. Instead of going into the Bible and understanding what's in the Bible and understanding that this stuff is basically metaphysical, allegorical, or esoteric, mythological, metaphors, and so on and so forth. So in closing, I would say, the next time you meet an atheist or theist, don't argue with them about the existence of God or not. Because if they're not talking about that within themselves, that is important, they're talking total bullshit. Have a good day.